Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name is Audra and I post a video every Tuesday and Friday on mostly beauty, some fashion, some lifestyle, so I'd love to have you. So if you do like this video, definitely subscribe to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would do a shop my stash moment. I just did a little declutter, and every single time I do a declutter, I feel like that makes me want to do a shop my stash after, because it makes me a little bit more like inspired with what I have. When you kind of like go through your collection and get rid of a bunch of things, you obviously see everything you still have and things you haven't like used in a while. So I definitely want to just like go through my collection a little bit and grab out a few products today and use them. Some things I haven't tried that much or haven't used in a while. So let's get started. I think that I want to pull out the Good Apple foundation again, the Balm. When I first got this, I used it like every single day and I do really like it, but I kind of like moved on to other things, and so I haven't used it in a really long time, so I will grab that. I'm gonna grab my sunscreen, of course. I'm just gonna stick with the Glow Screen. For concealer, I think I'm going to try the Ulta Beauty one again. This is the Youthful Glow Concealer, so I wanna keep trying that. I think I'm also going to use the Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes mascara, because I saw it in my declutter and I almost decluttered it, but I thought it was actually pretty decent, so I want to try it again and just kind of see if I like it. For brows, I'm going to use the Ilia Essential Brow. I have this in medium brown. For bronzer, I think I'm just going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I've only used this once in my little first impressions video and I wasn't like very impressed, so I want to keep trying it to like see if it grows on me at all. For blush, I think I'm going to do the Nude Sticks. This is the Bacante blush. It's just a mini. I wanted the full size, but they didn't have any left, so I got the little mini set. But I haven't used this for a while either, so I'm gonna grab that. And for highlighter, I might as well use the little highlighter that came in the set as well. It's in Bubbly BB. For powder, I'm definitely going to be using the Ulta Beauty Matte Finishing Powder, because I tried this again and I thought it was really beautiful. I just tried like a different technique, so I'll show you how I apply it now, and I've actually really been loving it and been wearing it almost every day now since I kind of like used it again and realized how pretty it is. So I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to grab the Naked Heat palette to use. This is one of my favorite palettes. I love all the warm tones in it, and I think it'll be pretty with the Bacante blush, so I'm gonna pull that out. It's been so long since I've used that. And I think I'll pick a lip after we're done, just to see like how the eyes turn out. And then we might need to grab like an eyeliner as well, but we'll kind of see where this gets us first. Okay, so let's start with the Supergoop Glow Screen. Nothing new here, I use this all the time. I just put some like in my palm. I think I'm gonna use my wet beauty blender to apply it. It's just kind of nice to like not use your fingers sometimes, because I don't like the feeling of my fingers being like dirty while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. I have to like go wash them if I use my fingers for anything. I don't know if it's just like a sensory thing or something, but so I've been just using the beauty blender to blend it in instead. And then I'm going to go in with the Good Apple foundation. I have this in light 015. And I always just apply this with a beauty blender. I like the look of it better with a beauty blender. I've tried it with a brush before, and I just feel like the formula, it being like a balm and stuff, just works better with a wet beauty blender, for me at least. So you don't need a lot of this. I just like picked up some and did all over the face, and now I'm just blending it in. This has a really high coverage, but it doesn't look like dry or anything on the skin. So that's what I like about it. You get that coverage without feeling like a heavy, like you have like a heavy foundation on. I definitely need the coverage today, I feel like. My skin is just very textured right now. And really just my right side of my face is breaking out. I'm not sure why. But my left side's pretty much clear, and then my right side, it's like my whole cheek and my temple too. So I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. My ear is sunburned, so just ignore the bright redness of it. And my part and like hairline is burnt too. I'm gonna take one more little dip of this and just layer it on top of that cheek that's just all textured. And then I feel like I need a little bit more around my nose and hairline. Then next I'm going to take the Ulta Beauty Youthful Glow Concealer. I have this in Fair Neutral. I remember being a little light, so we'll see. I think I'm just going to kind of highlight with it. I don't, if it is really light, I don't want to go really close under my eyes, because then I feel like it makes the texture there and my fine lines there a lot more visible. So I'm going to use it more as like a highlighter. A little bit around my nose, and kind of more so like the center of my face. I feel like I don't really remember my like opinion about this. I think I was just like I thought it was okay, not bad, not amazing or anything, but okay, so it's definitely not like too light. I feel like it wasn't too bad. But I do feel like it kind of like brightened up the areas and made me look just a little bit more like awake and alive. I am going to take my Kosas concealer. I have this in 02W and just go right here where my dark circles are, just for a little bit of like brightening and coverage there. I love that concealer for under the eyes especially. I pretty much only use it under the eyes. I think I'm going to just make sure I do my two creams first before I go in with my powder bronzer. So I'm going to take the Picante Nude Sticks little cream blush. And this blends out really like sheerly, so I don't worry too much about like putting too much on, because it pretty much blends out to look pretty natural. Kind of like in the orange with my orangey, brownish orangey headband. And then the Bubbly BB highlighter. The mini size is like nice to get in there like under the brow bone and stuff, but I just like that big old like surface area of their full-size ones. But like I said, I wanted Picante and that's all they had left is the minis. That highlighter definitely is really pretty. And I like it going on top of the Picante blush, because sometimes I wish that the Picante was more their like dewy formula, just because it's so like summery and fresh, and I think it like fits to be like really dewy. But at least if it's in a matte formula, you can just make it dewy by putting a highlighter on top. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the Ulta Beauty matte finishing powder, because like I said, I believe I used this with a brush the first time I tried it, and I think I was just like indifferent. I was like, okay, it's just a finishing powder, like nothing special. But then I used it again the other day and did something I usually never do, which is use the like tool that they put in with it underneath. I was like, maybe they have this in there for a reason. So I used it, and I feel like that's the key. And I tried it with a beauty blender as well, and basically does the same thing. So either a beauty blender or this little sponge that comes with it. I just put a little bit on here, and then you pat it under your eyes, down your T-zone, and it's actually really, really pretty. It just isn't as pretty with a brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna pat it under the eyes. it makes my skin look so smooth. Super affordable. And I'm so glad I tried it again and tried it with a different technique, because I would have never known how pretty it was by just like using it with a brush that first time. And then I just go down my T-zone, like I said. It's where I get oily. And it's not mattified enough where it looks dry or anything. It doesn't feel dry on your skin. Like it doesn't, like when I move my face, it doesn't feel tight or anything. But it just puts that really pretty like layer of smoothness on your skin, I feel like. I'm also gonna go like underneath a little bit. Just try to make sure like my makeup stays on that cheek that's pretty broken out. So this definitely makes your makeup last all day, and it makes your skin look so smooth wherever you apply it. Now I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I just have this in 6676 bronzer. I believe it was like the second lightest shade. And this also does come with like a little thing too, but it's a sponge. So with a powder bronzer like this, I just don't see how this like shape would really work, but maybe, should we do it? Now I tried the sponge in that powder and it worked really well, so now I'm like, maybe I should use the things that comes with it. Let's try it. God, this is so heavily fragranced. Yeah, it's just there's no like blending. Like I could see, I guess, like applying it. It's kind of hard to make sure it goes like where you want it to go. And then I would probably take a brush and blend it out. Yeah, I just feel like there's no really benefit of using that, because bronzer I like to like sweep it on. I feel like the reason why that sponge worked so well and that powder is because it is something you can press and set. But like bronzer, I just want to like, you know, sweep it across my face and have it be really diffused. So yeah, I don't see how that really works for this, but so it is pretty, and I definitely look like sun-kissed. I guess I just don't get like the full hype of it. Like to me, it's just a nice bronzer. I wouldn't just like go crazy over it though, I don't think. But it is like a really pretty, this color is really pretty. I think it's a lot more lighter and more like tan versus orange. Definitely not bad. I just don't get like the major hype over it, I guess. I'm gonna do my brows real quick with the Essential Brow from Ilia. I mostly just use the little short end. Like the top has really long bristles and the bottom has little short ones. I like the little short ones. I like my brows to be like nice and thick and full looking. So I'm just gonna run that through the brows. Okay, now for eyes, I'm going to use the Naked Heat palette like I said, and I think I'm going to go with this more burnt like orange color. It actually is like a darker version of my headband, I feel like. And then this is the Morphe M421 brush. It's actually like a detail concealer brush, but I just like how like little and precise it is. And I think I'm just going to apply this by my lash line. And then I will blend it out. I'm gonna take the Morphe M573 brush and blend that out and kind of blend it like up. So like most of the color will be along my lash line, but then I'll just blend it up into the crease. Now that it's all like blended out and diffused, I'm going to take this deep, it's almost like a purpley brown shade. It's called ashes. The one that I just used is cayenne. I didn't even realize that there's, you know, obviously names on them. I'm gonna take the same little tiny brush and put it on my lash line again. And then blend that out with the same blending brush. And then I think I'm actually going to take my Anastasia brow pencil, this is the Brow Wiz in chocolate, and use this as an eyeliner. Because the only brown eyeliner that I have now is a like shimmery one, and I would rather just do a matte one. I got rid of my Milani one because I didn't really like it. But of course now I'm in need of a brown eyeliner, so I'm just going to use this as a little eyeliner. Plus it has such a nice little precise tip. It might actually work pretty well for this because I want it to be a really tiny line. I'm just kind of tapping it to like blend it out a little bit with this more detailed brush. The formula is definitely not like very blendable because obviously it's an eyebrow brush. It's not supposed to be like an eyeliner. So using a blending brush isn't gonna like blend it out at all. I'm gonna curl my lashes. And then I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes. I have this in jet black. I know they have quite a few different like colors. They have like black, blackest black, jet black. I don't know. Let's just say I have like core memories of stocking the Ulta Beauty wall when I worked at Ulta, and the colors all being messed up and having to reorganize it every single time I went over there. So I'm just not sure I like the little long like spiky things, but it does seem to separate the lashes pretty well because of those. So kind of like no mascara on the bottom right now because I feel like it's opening my eyes really nicely, but I'm just gonna do like the lightest little layer. I don't want to like weigh down my bottom lashes at all. I just feel like I still want something. Okay, for lips, I just grabbed the Anastasia lip liner in Deep Taupe. I'm thinking it would look pretty with the eyes. Yeah, I feel like it like matches perfectly. And I think since I'm sticking with like the orangey-brown tones kind of, I'm gonna use the NARS balm. This is in Laguna, and I just have a mini because I got it as like a little birthday gift at Sephora. But it's pretty much like literally brown, but it's a really pretty little balm. So when I use it up, I might have to get a full size of it, but I have really been enjoying it. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I think that is the finished look. Definitely used my headband as my inspiration today. I think it goes well. That is all I have for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I will see you on Friday for another new video.